13 years. And Pete had made it for Ava when she was 5 on her 5th birthday, and I remember helping Pete doing it, and I was just so in love then. I mean, I'm in love still, but it's always different as time goes on. But so we had made this treasure chest. This is actually some wood off of Norna, and I made the star, and we had kind of pieced this thing together real quick, kind of slammed it together because we wanted to have a pirate birthday party for Ava when she was 5. So we filled this thing with toys and brought this to the beach and buried it and marked it off. It's gonna get noisy. Hold on, the compressor just turned on. Okay, the compressor shut off. Anyways, so we buried this thing and pasted everything off and made a treasure map for the kids. And the party started, and all the kids came for Ava's 5th birthday party. And so the kids were given the treasure map. They paced it all out, looked about in the general area, and they were given shovels and they were to dig. And it wasn't very deep under the sand, probably like that far under the sand, that they would just have to dig with their shovels. Well, they couldn't find it. So they eventually got bored. Half hour later, you know, threw their shovels down, went swimming. They were at the beach. So we, the adults, were forced to look for this thing, and we spent a good solid hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours looking for this thing, digging literally right next to it, and finally found it. So that just shows you that there's definitely buried treasure out there. In my sewing escapades, I have made a hatchboard holder. Couple snaps. I gotta sew the ends, both ends, but a couple snaps on either end, and this holds the boards that are sometimes in the way when we pull the boards out, so now I can have a little nice happy hatch holder. And this is all the stuff for the toilet, which is getting redesigned because it's a different toilet than the homemade one that I had. But we had it all ready to be redesigned. So right now, new hole's been drilled. That hole's not going to get used anymore, so I got to cover that hole. There's one underneath that this, I guess, comes up through. I don't know what Pete's plan is with that, but actually I got to ask him what that plan is. Alright, it's a little glary. Not sure why. Okay, here we go. This is getting beat up in here. I need to revarnish. But anyways, so I believe this is how Pete's redesigning this. I'm not really 100% sure. But okay, so this is gonna be a little holder for magazines or books right here. And this, I guess, sits here for the toilet. And then that hose will go up underneath all this and then up to this. So I gotta redo some electrical, redo a little bit of plumbing, and screw all this together.
So, we're in neutral, going to a stop. You just put it down in the first. Sometimes you gotta work it down a little bit. That's the hardest thing about driving this truck.
Yep.
Sometimes you gotta just kind of get it fine first. Sometimes it goes in real easy, other times it sticks a little, but
yeah,
it's really not that hard. Yeah. Got the clutch in just like any vehicle, and it's in first. Get going. Up. Second. Down in the third. That's about it. You're done. This thing drives nice. It doesn't burn any oil. I mean, it's quiet.
Yeah, it is.
Got plenty of power.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, the only reason we're getting rid of it really is because I want something that can tow a trailer easier. And it's not that this won't tow a trailer. just, it's old.
Wow, almost stopped the phone.
You know, this truck is 50 years old. Here we're gonna do a U at this red light. So, get in first. Blinkers on. Now see, even these fancy new trucks are jealous of this truck. Because it's so cool. But it does have its limitations. Because it's old.
Yeah.
But really, I mean, probably have less breakdowns with this truck than I've had with, I've owned 2 of these trucks. And
Yeah, we haven't really had any problems with this.